It's already with the way they even line up there.
Oh, that guillotine.
Oh, that is.
It's tight.
It's tight.
That's a Darce now. Wow. That's what I wanted. That was cool.
And new NFA undisputed amateur welterweight champion, Clark the Manistin.
He ate it.
I cannot believe it.
He just ate that.
In the words of Evan Elder, cheese and rice.
Yeah, he's smiling. There he goes.
Tim Francis is about to step in. Tim Francis calls this fight.
Wow, the crowd erupts.
Noah Crafton with all the heart in the world, but congratulations.
Declaring your winner by TKO, Logan Hulk Hogan Jones.
Good evening, fight fans, live on pay-per-view and right here in Midtown St. Louis, Missouri at the Armory for Nemesis 16. Big night of electric fights on hand. 12 fights on the card. A UFC veteran closing it out with the main event co-main. I'm Chris Denman, live in St. Louis for NFA. This is my co-host, Lance Seclue. He's also the matchmaker for NFA. Lance, tell us what we have on deck tonight in the main event, the co-main.
Oh man, the main event, Dakota Bush, who everybody believes is just one fight away from getting back in the UFC. He's fought in the UFC multiple times, but he's got his hands full. Jeremiah, he's coming in here with some intensity.
Heard the way he's got a little chipping.
There is a little chipping going on there, yeah. I just think that's kind of how Jeremiah is. So.
You think the crowd's excited to see people with such high stakes on the line tonight?
Absolutely. How could you not be? I mean, one of your local boys has a chance to get back to the promised land, and who wouldn't support that?
Tell us about the co-main.
Co-main, we got Brian Stenskill. Sorry if I messed up your name, Brian Stenskill. He'll be taking on Ray Hayes. Also some chirping. We're in a group chat with the fighters and everything, and Brian said a couple words to Ray and a little back and forth there too.
High energy all night. It's a full house. We're going to keep the action moving all night. 12-fight card, first fight of the night. And you know what? Tonight's also brought to you by Kind Goods. Huge thanks to Kind Goods for making this happen tonight. We're going to kick things off on I believe, the pay-per-view and live right here in St. Louis with Bryce Kaiser and Mr. Alta. Kicking it off, it's going to be high energy. You put these two together, what do we expect in the first fight?
So Bryce Kaiser was asking me, he wanted a kickboxing match. I got him one. It's going to be against Alta, who's out of Flagger Fight Systems. Bryce is looking to come back and get a winning record under him, and Alta's wanting to make his debut a splash. So.
Love it. We're pumped. We're here at the Armory, presented by Kind Goods. It's NFA16. The crowd is hyped for a big night of fights. Let's hear it. Live in St. Louis. And if you're watching on pay-per-view at home, thanks for tuning in. And at NFA16, Chris Denman, Lance Declue, UFC veteran Adam Sella will join us for the call.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live on pay-per-view at NFAfights.com. From the Armory STL here in St. Louis, Missouri, this is NFA16, Bush versus Scott. Tonight's event is brought to you by Kind Goods Cannabis Dispensaries. These bouts are sanctioned by the Missouri Office of Athletics, overseen tonight by Executive Director Tim Lukanoff. Your judges cage side tonight, Travis Buzz King, David Hewitt, and David Johnson. Your referees in charge of the action once we begin, Tim Francis and Josh Stewart. Your timekeeper is Keith Bell, and your physician monitoring the security of all of our fighters here tonight, Dr. Melvin Macklin. And now at this time, St. Louis, I invite you to stand, rise for the presentation of the colors by the United States Marine Corps Color Guard. Ladies and gentlemen, singing tonight's national anthem, Ella Jade.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Say this one more time for another cheer. Please remain standing as the colors are dismissed by your United States Marine Corps. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. NFA16 starts momentarily.
Guys, I am excited. Guys, I am excited for Nemesis 16 here at the Armory. It's our first time here. Lance, Chris, what is your guys' first thought when you walked in? You saw the setup for the final, the final rundown. What did you guys think?
Space, people, energy, it's all here.
Pleasing to the eyes. I mean, it just looks like it's a great fight arena.
So
Space.
what I noticed, first thing I noticed is not only the setup, but you look at the Armory around here, there's a bunch of things to do. This place is loaded with like what you call like backyard games, stuff like that. There's arcade stuff for all the kids. But what I think is cool as a former fighter or someone, when you see yourself on, that looks like a 70-inch screen, or a 70-foot screen, I'm sorry, whatever that thing is, and it's crystal clear, perfect, that's amazing.
That's your 15 minutes of fame. Used to you try and get on a local TV commercial. Now it's here.
Absolutely. But then you get past the cool venue, the badass new venue. Now look at these fights. NFA has brought a serious main event, serious co-main event, and then the two title fights before that. That's a serious main card on any show, not just regional. I'm talking in general. That is a seriously stacked card.
100%. I was just talking to Chris beforehand, and I said, our main card, the 4 fights we have on the main card alone, is more than worth the money of admission.
Absolutely. And Lance, you've done this long enough to, sometimes fights fall off, fights fall through, things like that. This time, we started stacked, we ended stacked. We're in for a treat because I know all these guys. That means everybody has had an entire full camp. They're ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, and that was even with the fallout. So Dakota originally was going to fight Austin Tweedy. He was also an ex-UFC fighter. He ended up hurting his hand. And lucky for us, Jeremiah stepped up, and he's a beast too. So, yeah, it was a good replacement.
Weigh-ins were intense. Everybody, anything you take away from that, Lance? Did you feel one way going in and feel another going out?
I will say, obviously, local boy. I was being a homer at Dakota. I was thinking, Dakota's going to destroy it. Something about the weigh-ins with the way Jeremiah was chirping, the confidence he had, and then talking to him as well. He knows this is his moment, and that can be scary. That can be scary for an opponent.
So a lot of times in that situation, the let's just say the challenger coming in, I know it's for a vacant title, I believe, right?
Yes.
So let's just say the challenger, the B side, it's like it's a win-win because if he comes in and he loses, he was supposed to lose, but in his mind, he's like, I'm going to come out there and win. I'm going to upset this whole little this hype train that is Dakota Bush. So I'm pumped for it. I think it's going to be a stacked card, ending with one hell of a fight.
And if he does that, and then the UFC is probably looking at him.
Tonight is presented by Kind Goods here in St. Louis, but also quick shouts out to Wesley Rogers, our friend Brad Carey, Unrivaled Realty, iHeartMedia, Precision
Gillies Groundwork, Prime Health Centers, JC's AC, HKA USA, the United States Marine Corps, and all of the wonderful fans here in attendance and watching on pay-per-view tonight.
Absolutely, Chris.
Can't have them without them.
It's going to be a big one. I'm excited. The crew's ready. The screen's huge. The stage is set. 12-fight card. What better way to spend a Friday in Midtown in St. Louis?
Get going.
Ladies and gentlemen, now to kick off tonight's event, making his way to the NFA cage, Manuel Aleta.
Manuel Alta. So he's making his debut today. He's only 19 years old, so the sky's the limit for him. His nickname is the Assassin. He's he says 5'6" and a half, so we'll say 5'7", we'll give it to him. 125 pounds. He is a pressure fighter. I know his coach, Johans. He's at a Flager fight system. I was talking to Johans. He said this kid's very tough, very confident. So he's going to be coming out here to make a quick statement.
That floors me. 19 years old. He's got the confidence and the training to come in here and fight in front of all these people, this massive cameras, family, friends. Kudos to these guys.
Well, we've talked about it. It's not like back in the day when me and Adam fought. You don't have to work your way up from the parking lot anymore. Some of these kids are getting really lucky to be able to start their career in a venue like this.
I saw some very, very talented fighters start off in parking lots or even fields.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, big night ahead here. NFA16.
His opponent now making his way to the red corner, Bryce Kaiser.
Another young kid, only 22. He's got a style that he says is kickboxing, and coming from my background of kickboxing, that excites me to see what he's going to do. He's got a few fights under his belt, kind of on the upside down of things, as it seems, but it goes to what Lance had said earlier. It tests to these kids are coming out and they're training at a higher level. The opponents are at a higher level. It's not like you're getting some guy that's just in the crowd that said, hey, I think I'm going to do a tough man contest. These guys are coming in, they're training against highly trained opponents. So Bryce Kaiser, I think, has a little bit of an experience advantage, obviously, but then on the other side, you just don't know what the opponent has since he's 0-0.
Yeah, so his opponent does, I did find out, he does actually have a kickboxing match. He's 1-0 in kickboxing, so we might have a clash of styles here. Like you said, that record's kind of backwards, but if you're going to have a backwards record, it's good to have it early in your career.
Absolutely, especially at the amateur level.
Peoria Athletic Club versus St. Louis.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in the NFA flyweight division, brought to you tonight by Kind Goods Dispensary. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. There's a pressure fighter sitting 5'7", weight in 125.3 pounds. Tonight, he's making his amateur debut, representing Flagger Fight Systems, fighting out of Belleville, Illinois, by way of Ethiopia, Manuel the Assassin Aleta. Fighting out of the red corner is a freestyle kickboxer standing 5'11", weighing in 124.9 pounds. He has 1-3 as an amateur, representing Peoria Athletic Club, fighting out of Peoria, Illinois, Bryce Skinny B. Kaiser. Your referee, Tim Francis.
Here we go, boys. Let's get this started. Oh, no touch. Little calf kick. Good
Ooh,
knee.
nice knee to the body right there.
Good teep kick.
Woo!
Okay, they're coming. Oh, nice knee.
Big right hand over the top right there.
Oh, nice body shot.
These guys are
Yeah, they're throwing. They acting like it's a kickboxing match. Ooh, nice trading. They're trading.
These guys are putting on a show for these fans here at the Armory today.
It's a good opening matchup. Oh, that was close. Barely missed that.
What that could be, though, that could be just a few of the early jitters getting out. You know what I mean? Like that adrenaline's just pumping.
Yeah, they'll probably slow it down a bit, but hopefully not. Oh, good left hook.
Alta's coming. I like Alta the way he's fighting. He sets up he sets his combos up with a jab or a kick of some sort, and then just starts throwing the heat.
And he's eating a lot. He's got a good chin. He's eating a lot of straights on him. A lot of those are flush, but they don't seem to be bothering him.
Both these guys are landing and standing.
Yeah, it's almost like I forgot it's an MMA fight.
I was going to say, what comes first? Somebody shoots for a takedown, or somebody gets tired and takes advantage of it?
I think what's going to happen here, somebody's going to get tired. This is a very high pace. This is a very, very high pace. These guys are smaller, so traditionally the smaller flyweights have a better, kind of a gas tank and a higher pace. But someone's going to get tired here. You can't keep this pace up for 3 rounds.
And the big crowd, like we were talking about, it's kind of a big event for both. That could adrenaline dump them too.
Yeah.
Oh, good uppercut there.
These guys are trading.
It's almost as if there's an agreement, too, to say, you don't have to block that much either. Let's just trade.
I almost feel like we're playing the UFC video game. Everyone's just hitting the button.
Yeah, my son calls this spamming the buttons. Is that what we call this?
Yeah, spamming the buttons, yes. Oh,
nice front kick.
He's almost landed that front kick about 3 times and to finally connect.
Oh, good knee. All right, there's your answer. Alta went for the takedown first.
There it was.
Yeah, that's a nice little spinning onto the padding there. Ooh, good.
Clipped him. He rocked Alta a little bit there.
I was about to say nice setup for the body shot, but he stayed in there a little too long, got clipped.
Ooh, Alta's getting hit.
Oh, Alta's down. Alta's out. He's out. Wow, what a
big hit by Kaiser. Wow.
Huge start to NFA16.
Absolutely.
It's a finish. Adam Sella, did you see that coming a mile away?
I did not see that a mile away. Someone's going to fall. But if you notice, he hit him with the first, I guess it was the right hand, probably clipped him, and we kind of noticed he got staggered. Followed it up with a couple good shots, and Alta went to sleep. But I think Bryce Kaiser.
Here's the replay.
We watched his replay right here. That right hand clipped him, dropped him, and then he was out right there, jumped on him, and then Tim Francis, great referee, jumps right in and stops the action.
Tim was trying to get in there. He just couldn't get there quite in time.
Wow.
Excellent replay. Wow. Thanks to Media Outlaws and the production
team.
Yeah,
that is the way to start the night, guys, here at the Armory.
Yes. Well, I know it's the first fight, but we got our knockout of the night already.
Well, we certainly do. Lance DeClue, Adam Sella, I'm Chris Denman. On your commentary team, we'll be talking to Karen Simoncelli throughout the night as well. As we get things sorted in the ring. Cage, pardon me.
Mike Kendall, the official voice of Nemesis Fighting Alliance, is going to bring this one home.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Tim Francis, calls a stop to this fight. 2 minutes, 32 seconds of the very first round, declaring your winner by knockout, Bryce Skinny Bean Kaiser.
Skinny Bean brought the heat today.
Yeah,
good
fight though.
That was fun.
A fun fight, yeah. Alta lost, but I mean that was a great fight. But maybe want to learn some more blocking a little bit. But
yeah, may want to go to the gym and work a little defense. But the best defense is a good offense, boys.
True. That's facts.
Excellent experience for an amateur. He's going to learn how to tamp that energy down and hopefully harness it for the next time. So.
Yeah, I think this next fight, though, guys, this has fireworks written all over it as well.
It's going to be a busy night. Let's talk to Karen Simoncelli. Okay, we'll get to Karen in just a second. Adam Sella, if you're, and same for you, Lance, if you're talking to the last fighters who just put on that banger of a fight to start things off, what's your advice to the gentleman who lost?
Honestly, that's one of those fights where it's what you can call like a shootout, right?
Yeah.
So you're trading punches back and forth. It's one of those fights where somebody's gonna go to sleep, right? So somebody's gonna connect, and it's just not that's not going to make for a very long fight 99% of the time.
All right, let's throw to Karen backstage.
Good evening. I am bringing you one of our main event contenders and fighters for one of the 3 belts on the line tonight, Dakota Bush. Dakota, thank you for joining us tonight. I know you're busy trying to relax and warm up backstage. So last night's weigh-ins were rather heated. Did you see it going out like that, and did that change your outlook for tonight?
Yeah, it's exactly how I thought it was going to go. You know, this guy's very confident, came a long way. He wouldn't have took this fight if he wasn't confident. So didn't expect nothing less. Everyone knows who I am. I know who I am. We're going to take care of business tonight and get him out of there early.
Awesome. So recently you were in the American top team out of Coconut Creek, Florida. You have teammates such as Thiago Santos, Grant Dawson, Dustin Poirier, one of my favorites. How has that brought your training to the next level, specifically for this fight as well?
Yeah, I'm in the room with killers every day. You know, Dustin, Gamrot, Grant. There's just a plethora of guys at 55 down there. You know, we're all pushing each other, making each other better every day. So coming here is easy. You know, every fight's difficult, no matter who it is. When you step in that cage, everyone's there to kill. I'm super excited back in front of my fans, back in the hometown. So, you know, it's going to be a fun night.
We are have a hometown fighter in our cage. As always, St. Louis loves to come out to show our fighters, specifically our local fighters, lots of love. So real quick, a couple more questions. Jeremiah, he's more of a sub artist. He really doesn't usually go the distance. You are more known to go the distance. Is there anything that has brought that to a new level for you? Are you looking to do, you've never been subbed either, just so you guys know. And so going against a sub artist, have you tried to prepare anything different for this one?
The beautiful thing about fighting is we'll find out tonight, I guess.
You just never know. All right, do you want to give any shout outs before we get back to it?
Yeah, all my sponsors, all my friends and family out there. Let's go get this dub, baby.
All right, thank you, St. Louis.
Wise words from half of the main event tonight. We'll find out because it is a fight. I love it. The free stream online ending now. If you had fun watching that first match, we've got 11 more to go. Order the rest of the action-packed card at NFA16.com. Our next fight is Jackson Ward versus Jordan Harvey, and it's brought to you by the U.S. Marine Corps. You want to get those fights if you're not here live at the Armory in Midtown St. Louis. Sella, DeClue, we ready?
Absolutely, we're ready. I'm ready to kick this off.
Absolutely ready. Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, on now to our second bout of the evening. Now making his way to the NFA cage, Jordan Harvey.
All right, guys. We got Jordan Harvey coming down here out of the blue corner. So if you see Jordan, he's a very young kid. Again, he's only 21 years old. He says his style is kind of a freestyle. What that tells me is he kind of trains everything, right? He's ready if this is going to stay standing, going to hit the ground, want to take it to the ground, whatever he wants to do. He says his favorite fighter is Sean Strickland. We all know Sean Strickland has zero issues biting the mouthpiece and just fighting, right? So I wonder if, as he looks up to Sean Strickland, if Jordan Harvey is going to have that same mentality, that same idea of kill or be killed, almost like the first fight we just had, right?
Absolutely, yeah. So one thing about him is he wants this. He's another one of those guys, I've told you guys this before, he's 0-0, but he's been blowing up my inbox non-stop wanting a fight. And so finally I gave him one, so it's now for him to show that he can do it, and we'll get him back again.
It's going to be a great one.
His opponent now making his way to the red corner, Jackson Ward.
Now Jackson Ward, he's another young kid, 21 years old, still another bright future. He's 5'11". He prefers wrestling. He's out of ES MMA, which as we know is Eric Sternberg. He looks up to his training partners, Derek Holly, Kendall Whitted, which we know there's some good talent right there.
Absolutely.
Especially Kendall. He's well known now.
So I've gotten to train with Jackson a couple times.
Oh, that'd be good.
He's a young kid. He's a strong kid. He's a decent wrestler. He's in really good shape. I think he works for First Form, so he's definitely up on his fitness and nutrition, because if you're going to work there, you got to live the life, be the life. He took this fight on short notice. I know they've been talking about trying to get Jackson into a fight for a while now. The kid's good. He's very, very young. So this will be exciting to see what Jackson brings to the cage, if the nerves are going to be an issue. But like I said, I've got to train with him. He's talented. He's hungry, young kid. This should be a fun fight to get us going.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in the NFA welterweight division, brought to you tonight by the United States Marine Corps. And now, introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This freestyle fighter stands 5'11", weighed in 171 pounds. Tonight, he's making his amateur debut, representing CDY Fitness, fighting out of Troy, Missouri, Jordan Hercules Harvey. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, is a wrestler standing 5'11", weighed in 170.2 pounds. Tonight, he is also making his amateur debut. Representing ES MMA and Fitness, fighting out of St. Louis, Missouri, Jackson Ward. Your referee, Josh Stewart.
So guys, fun fact about the referee here, Josh Stewart. I fought him as an amateur.
And
I won.
Okay.
But here's the thing. Josh and I have become good friends. It's kind of crazy. We were friends before, we're friends after. And now he's reffing these 2 young kids as we were young kids. You got to see Jordan Harvey as a bit of a like a karate stance there, right?
Yeah, he did. Then he went for a takedown.
Yeah, he's got a guillotine. Oh, I was like, he went for the guillotine. Oh, Jackson with some big right hands over the top.
For a triangle. Nope,
Got to watch. No, he's not doing that. But right here, you just want to sit your hips down.
Leg
But
lock.
Jackson does have decent wrestling. I'm not really sure the level he has.
Okay, that's a defense.
But that's the
old pipe roll.
Yeah.
That's a fight IQ that you only get from good coaching. And you can see Jordan's already got a bit of a cut over that right eye.
Oh, nice. Oh, no, he's safe. Got to cross the body. Accidental knee there.
So right here, I think Jackson's going to need to staple that right arm down, that left arm down. He passed over.
Yeah, he's got to be careful here, though. He could be swept if he doesn't keep his weight right. He's fine.
He's holding that guillotine, which is stupid on Jordan's part. I shouldn't say stupid. It's unintelligent.
Yeah,
that's the wrong move.
It makes sense early.
He's new.
Yeah,
He's
it makes
new.
sense like if you're trying to get with the motion to reverse, but once you lose that, like Adam
Jackson
said,
was a big shot. He's got the rear naked choke, and that's tight. That's
There
tight.
it is.
Fight's
That's a tap.
over.
It's
Wow.
Just like that.
There we
Jackson
go.
Ward.
We got a knockout and a submission in both the first 2 fights.
Gentlemen, don't look now. 2 for 2 on finishes. And I can already tell Lance is poking his chest out a little bit on the matchmaking so far of the night.
I'd like him to go a little longer, but I mean, I'd like to see him go a little longer. But yes, I love exciting fights. Fans obviously love finishes, so of course we want finishes.
Absolutely. Another exciting part that we do here at NFA in our 16th fight, Adam Sella, UFC veteran, gets to go up in the cage. We forget. These guys, this is their first fight. You get to fight in front of all these people, and then you get to talk to somebody who's been in the absolute pinnacle of the sport.
Absolutely, like I said, a long way from the old days.
I was looking at as that choke was starting to go on. Once it happened, But at the beginning, I was looking. I'm like, man, these guys are so advanced. There were UFC fights back in the day that if you grabbed a wrestler that quick, they would just tap immediately because the game has come so far. Here's the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Josh Stewart, calls a stop to this fight. 1 minute, 20 seconds of the very first round, declaring a winner by tap out in a rear naked choke, Jackson Ward.
Stay here, man. I'm here with your winner, Jackson Ward. Jackson, you took this fight kind of on short notice. I've trained with you personally. I know how tough you are. Did this go how you thought it would go?
Yeah. I mean, I said to people fucking first round, I wanted it in and out. So.
Yeah, and I gave a lot of credit to your coach over here, Eric Steenberg. Eric, I've been with him for a very long time. You stepped out on his downstairs a little bit, stepping out of his submission, which is super legal. That's an IQ you don't really get except from good coaching. So I think Eric gets a lot of this credit, but Jackson, you look great. What do you want to have next?
I don't know. Another fight, I guess.
All right, guys. Jackson Ward, ladies and gentlemen.
Man of many words.
You got to give it to him. He just got up there and fought in front of a bunch of people. We'll work on the challenges of post-fight commentary. Next up, I see a name that gets me excited. Zach Binkins, Ben Thomas. This fight's brought to you by Precision Fitness. If you could remind the folks what Zach Binkins is all about and why you matched him up with Mr. Ben Thomas, Lance the Clue, what do we have?
So Zach Binkins, if you guys remember the last time he fought, he was getting pieced a little bit. It was a good fight, but he's getting pieced a little bit. But he unleashed, I think it was a right. I believe it was a right. It was either right or left, straight down the pipe that just took his opponent completely out.
He was getting outpointed and outclassed a little bit and just absolutely turned the tables with
But he has that power.
punch.
Yeah, he has that power, and looking at him, you can tell he has that power. Now, his opponent originally was going to have somebody different. We couldn't find a replacement, and he said, I don't care, I'll take Zach. He said, why aren't you matching us up? We're both 155ers. I was like, well, he's got a little bit of experience on him. And Ben said, I don't care. Let's do it. So, major props to Ben. He wanted to step up, and I'm open. It should be a great fight.
I think it will be. Another one of the 12 tonight. Will we see another finish here?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so, but then again, I enjoy seeing a nice long fight. Full of technique and skill, though. I don't want to see some snooze fest. Let's show some skills.
Yeah, and Ben has been endorsed by ex-UFC fighter Steve Berger. So
Steven Berger.
I know, sorry.
Love it. Let's go to the cage.
Ladies and gentlemen, on now to our third bout of the night. Now making his way to the NFA cage, Ben Thomas.
Guys, we got Ben Thomas. We said he's young. This is like the young guns night. This kid's only 20 years old. His fighting style is more of a wrestling style. Coming out of Gracie Gym at Gracie Baja. Got Steve Berger there, so you know he has some good ground game. Steve Berger was actually my very first jiu-jitsu coach, when I first started it. But he was still fighting back for Bodog and all that stuff back in the day. But Steve Berger is a fantastic coach with an MMA, I should say a fantastic MMA coach with a great background in jiu-jitsu. So he says he's a wrestler. I expect him to probably try to look to get this fight to the ground pretty quick. But then again, he's been seeing a couple knockouts. I saw a knockout and then saw a submission. The knockout was pretty cool. I don't know what we're going to get.
Yeah, so I was blessed to train with Steve, and he's that Vaghi lineage, great jiu-jitsu, hard hitter as well. So we'll see what he's given the kid knowledge-wise.
His opponent now making his way to the NFA cage, Zach Binkins.
Zach Binkins is coming here out of Han MMA. Obviously, you guys know I'm an ex-Han fighter, so a little special place in my heart there. But like we talked about earlier, the kid has power, very athletic, well-rounded. He does have good striking, even though we were talking about he was getting a little bit outpointed, but he's still hanging in there.
I'll tell you what he's getting points for is the crowd. This is the loudest pop we've heard so far.
Yeah, and that's hard to do here in a big venue like that. I like to see the roof get blown off. That's cool.
Yeah. His MMA coach is Kevin Hahn. His jiu-jitsu coach is Dave Greenlee, and Muay Thai coach is Charles Cully. He's trained, obviously, Derek Davis and Luke Winston's going to be on the card later on tonight. He's trained with those. He's teammates with them. He's 1-0 right now, hoping to keep that winning streak going. He believes the keys will be to control the fight, stay calm, and demonstrate his full potential.
And what I like about this fight is these guys physically look a little bit different. So if you look at Zach here, he looks like he's going to be a little bit taller, a little bit bigger. But then as you look over at Ben's thick. Ben's got a thick chest on him. So it's the body type, so it's kind of different. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, to your point, Binkins looks the athletic, shredded build, and then you have Ben on the other side who has the bigger chest and upper body. So
Ben almost looks like he could fight down a weight class. Zach looks like he could jump up one.
Possibly.
If I could give you the point of view from here.
Well, Binkins is 30, and it's kind of showing. You see he's relaxed. That's one thing when you're older, even though his career is younger, being older does help you with your patience and your thought process before the fight.
We are back in the cage with Mike.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for three 3-minute rounds in an NFA amateur lightweight division, brought to you tonight by Precision Fitness. And now, introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This wrestler stands 5'7", weighing in 154.4 pounds. Tonight, he's making his amateur debut, training independently, fighting out of Wildwood, Missouri, Ben Thomas. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, is an STX kickboxer standing 5'10", weighed in 155.1 pounds. He holds an amateur record, 1 win, 0 defeats. Representing Han MMA, fighting out of Festus, Missouri, Zach Pinkins. Your referee, Tim Francis.
Ready for this one, guys.
Here
This
we
should be a
go.
lot of fun.
Absolutely.
Keeping the streak alive.
Touch of the gloves. Here we go.
Front kick with a right hand.
Oh, right for the shot.
Oh, it was nice. Sit
Oh,
out right
nice. That's a good little exchange by both men.
there. Oh, kick
kick,
right in
kick.
the mouth.
A little hammer fist afterwards, too.
Kicked him in
You
the
hear
junk.
Binkin's corner telling him to calm down. Set the pace.
Yeah, Ben's.
Oh, good right hand.
Oh,
Oh, dropped him with
fuck.
uppercut. He's gonna go. He's looking for the finish.
None of those are really landing
Yeah.
right there, though. He's blocking.
Yeah,
Everything's
Ben's
hit the
doing a good
arms.
job. He needs to move though.
He's got.
Francis is looking.
Yeah, this fight's
Yeah.
about to be over. Wow.
Yep. 3 finishes.
Incredible. What a start to the evening in NFA16. Super, super tough start. We'll get Sell up in the cage again, talking to the Binkins. We'll check out the replay. Production staff, wonderful job tonight. Shout out to Media Outlaws and our friends here. Here's Zach Binkins finishing it up.
Some ground and pound.
If there's no return, ref has no real.
Yeah, and I guarantee that Francis is there telling him, you gotta do something, you gotta do something. He's talking to the fighters the whole time. Other than the beginning, though, Binkins looked like a much better fighter. He was a lot more calm. And he listened to his coaches, because he wasn't in the beginning. He was coming out like a cannon. You heard his coaches say, hey, set the pace, pull it back. And when he did, whole different game.
My favorite part about fighting is people that find the ways to exploit those weird, unspoken breaks. And he eliminated one of those at the very beginning, and give that to a little bit more of experience that he has. At the very beginning, the pace came out and took over.
Yeah, the little bit we saw of Ben, too, he looked good. He did that shot.
Did.
You know, he saw Binkins came out with a fury, and he went for a quick shot, just couldn't get it.
He didn't bail either. He stayed in there tough. Let's throw it up to the cage here in just a moment for the official word.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Tim Francis, calls a stop to this fight in only 42 seconds of the very first round, declaring a winner by TKO, Zach Pinkins.
So again,
I'm here with your winner, Zach. Zach, you came out, you overwhelmed him in that first round. Is that what you thought was going to happen?
I didn't really know what was going to happen because I didn't really know the background of this fighter, but I just went out here and did my thing, man.
Yeah, you looked good. You came out, stayed calm. Sometimes people get a little excited. We think you heard your corner say, calm down a little bit. You calmed down. You got the finish. What do you want next?
I just need to keep improving. You know, the competition's going to get harder and harder, so I just got to work on myself now.
Whew. Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Zach Binkins.
Excellent work by Adam Sella up there in the cage with that interview. Zach Binkins has to be just walking on air. I know you train your tail off, you cut the weight, you put in the work with your teammates. He's got to be feeling amazing
he's
right now.
Superman round. Look at it. He put the glasses on. He's back to Clark Kent.
I didn't know he was still in the cage. I'll be real honest. Adam Sella, you train your tail off, you work your everything, you cut the weight. Still just as enjoyable to get a win in under a minute?
Absolutely. So you never really want to go out there and have I personally never wanted to go out there and have some kind of a war.
Agreed.
I mean, I've had a few of them, and it is what it is. But you train your butt off so that you have those quick finishes, so you have those quick wins. Like sometimes it's a little lackluster for the fans because you go out there and you steamroll someone, but they're not seeing the hours and hours and hours you're putting in the gym to get that win, right? So if you go out there and you hit a 1-2-3-2 and then you throw a switch kick and lands on the head and they go to sleep, you've probably thrown that move 1,000 times, right? So you throw it to land it, and when you land it, you don't want them to like eat it and say that was cool. You want them to go to sleep. So that's the wins I've always liked, and I don't want to get hurt. I mean, nobody wants to get punched in the face. That's silly.
No, I'm with you. I went in and out. It's it doesn't matter on the paper whether you're in there for a second or you're in there for the full 15 minutes. It's the same.
Absolutely.
Next fight on the cards brought to you by Unrivaled Realty. Caden Osak versus Xavier Thomas. Excuse me. What can we expect for this one, Lance?
So it's Javier. I know it's spelled Xavier.
Oh,
but
gotcha.
It's Javier.
This is what little prep meeting I neglected to attend.
So Javier is he's in the middle of a gym switch. I won't get into any of that, but there are some issues at the beginning. He decided to switch gyms. He wasn't originally going to be on the card because he was going to be pulled, and he disagreed with that decision, so he switched gyms. So thank you to him for that, and I like to see that too. But I think it's going to be, Caden's had one fight, and he went out there and hit a spinning back fist and got a rear naked submission. I don't know if you could do a better first fight. So he's got a lot of hype coming to him to this fight.
Yeah, this should be another exciting one. But again, we've already had 3 finishes. This is you got to live up to some hype on this
really
point.
You do. And the crowd, I always like thinking about people coming to an MMA event like this at NFA16 for the first time. Somebody that just comes to the Armory and then they saw these fights were going to happen and they step in, they see the cameras, they see the screens, and they see 3 finishes to start the night. Spoiled. That's like me seeing Chappelle for the first time for my first stand-up show. I'm like, well, you can't match it.
No, for sure. Now the question is who's going to be our first decision, or will we have one tonight?
Let's go to Mike in the cage.
Ladies and gentlemen, now making his way to the NFA cage, Javier Tomas.
So this is something different. So Javier decided to have no entrance music.
You know what? The silence sets a tone that no music can. So there it is.
Well,
Javier knows.
It's killing me. Let's say that right now.
All you got to do is just let the atmosphere take you in.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Let's take us back to
the atmosphere.
Yeah,
Adam,
the Gladiator days. They didn't have music in the Gladiator days.
I thought they had drums or something.
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Not that old?
No, I was not that old. But again, Xavier Thomas, 0-0, 135 pounds. The kid is ready to fight. He may not have been ready with the music, but he's ready to rock and roll tonight.
Yeah, he's coming out of Mexico. Obviously, the city's name's so long we couldn't fit it on there. So.
Hey, that'll happen. Yeah, shout out to Javier for coming out. Sure. Mike back in the cage.
And now his opponent making his way to the NFA cage, Caden Osak.
Here comes Caden making the walk. He had an excellent debut, as Lance was telling us about before. He does choose music as for his walkout. He didn't just walk out to the sounds of St. Louis City. It's going to be a good one. I feel like we might see another finish to go 4-4 to start the night.
Well, Caden trains out at the Wolves Den, and those guys are that's a tough room. You got Sean Woodson, Jordan Dowdy's up there, Mop's up there as the coach, Danny Moriarty. The list goes on and on of the who's who of the regional scene. But what I'm excited to hear is Caden is ready for this fight. He's getting greased up and he's kind of grinning, kind of smiling. So that tells me that he is pumped.
Yeah, and to go back to Javier, he switched to St. Charles MMA, which we know has a great lineage. Both them and Wolves Dens had plenty of battles between each other, so they know each other's coaching styles for sure. We went from no music to some heavy music.
Yeah, no, I'm rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
We'll throw the mic in the cage.
Fight fans, this contest is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in the NFA Amateur Bantamweight division, brought to you tonight by Unrivaled Realty. And now, introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5'5", weighed in 134.8 pounds. Tonight, he's making his amateur debut, representing St. Charles MMA, fighting out of St. Louis, Missouri, Javier Tomas. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, is a Mop Jitsu style fighter, standing 5'10", weighed in 136 pounds. He holds an amateur record, 1 win, 0 defeats. Representing Wolves Den Training Center, fighting out of Lake St. Louis, Missouri, Caden Olsen. Your referee, Josh Stewart.
Another hometown crowd, Caden Osak bringing the people out tonight.
I just want to point out that we're spoiled tonight with Josh Stewart and Tim Francis. Those are two of the best refs in the World Midwest. Oh, no! Nice combo. There, oh!
Big left hook out of Xavier.
Caden's, he's eating them, but he's blinking. You can tell he's trying to shake it off. I like Tomas's, his defense is, right on the chin again.
Rocked.
Oh, man.
Whoa.
Tomas is showing some good defense and then just firing away. Great combos.
What I like with Javier, he's very calm, right?
Yes. And the low high is good because then you can't, you don't know which way to put your arm to block.
Yeah, Javier's got some good, I say good footwork. He's just not going straight back.
Yeah. He's getting in despite having a reach disadvantage for sure.
He's doing that fall away hook as well. So he's getting in really close and then he's doing a fall away hook, which opens up the space. And I'm not sure if Caden's seeing it come. Looks like a nice bounce back there. Good keep. Javier looked like he got a little boxing in him. Starting to slow it down now.
Yeah, the pace is slowing. Javier's face is wearing a little bit of damage now.
Yeah, right under that left eye is starting to swell up a bit.
Looks like left eye, right eye on the nose. He's eating a few straight jabs.
Yep, you're right. There's the right eye now. Ooh. Caden's keeping that hand up now to block that chin. Lesson learned.
Yeah, I'm surprised it took Caden this long to really try to initiate some sort of grappling. Coming out of a Mop Jitsu camp, I would have assumed their jiu-jitsu is top level.
Yeah, there might be some pride there. You know how we get when we're young. We want to show we can not get that big knockout.
There's that easy takedown right there.
Now we'll see what Tomas has from the bottom.
Caden's in the half guard right here, looking to pass.
He's going to go to the weight control. Good pressure on the chest. Trying to push that leg down so he can get his leg out.
To me, the best way to pass a guard is to punch.
They're telling him to put pressure on the left so he can slide out the right. There you go.
Big knee out of Caden, big right out of Javier.
Hey, gentlemen, we're going to the second round.
What a
NFA16.
What a great first round right there, guys.
That was a good round, yeah. For both guys.
Evenly matched.
I don't know who we give it to because you think about Javier had some good shots.
I think Javier had the striking.
Well, but it's the control. I think
right.
Caden walked away with that round at the end there with the takedown, the ground control, and the damage he
Yeah, he did put damage, even though to your point, Tomas, even though his striking looked better, he ate some too. He definitely ate some as well. And then he got taken down.
Unofficial scorecard that nobody asked for from Chris Denman. 10-9, Caden after one.
yeah, I think I'm with you and Adam on this one. I wouldn't be mad though if it goes the other way either. I think it's a close round.
Corners are hyped. Young fighters getting ready to pop back up for the second round. Again, the crowd doesn't know how to react to the second round tonight, so we'll see how they treat this fight.
Javier is not breathing heavy at all.
He got a nice cut on his nose, like what you said earlier. Yeah, he's nice and calm, you're right. Both of them are. Oh, nice. It's that same combo that he goes low and then comes up high.
Javi came out trying to finish this.
Oh, nice bounce up. He's a trampoline, man.
Oh, that right hand is finding a home right here in the second round.
Yeah, Tomas is like, I don't care if you're taller, I'm getting inside one way or the other.
Well, he's probably always sparred taller guys and had to work his way in.
Yeah, he's got that blitz down.
When he clearly has a chin, so he just doesn't care.
Oh, that calf kick, that got him.
Look at the back of his thigh right there. You can see the purple. Got those hands locked with that S grip, drag him down.
Tomas has some blood running in his eye from his nose as well. That's going to probably hinder him.
Caden trying to get that position. What I like to see here is Caden is actually taking his time. He knows he has a lot of time. It's early in the round.
Absolutely, yeah. We see plenty of times where somebody rushes and gives up a good position.
Yeah. It looks like he's working for an arm of some sort, but it's kind of a bad idea because he turns around, his back's on that cage, he can't extend. Right. Now he's going the other side, trying to take that back. But he's got that body triangle, that left leg over.
You know, it's funny, his corner was saying earlier, look for the back when he was basically in mount, so they must have seen something.
So right here, the choke is in. Wow.
He's got his chin down, but still. Yeah, his chin's down, but that's tight.
He's fighting it.
Yeah, he's trying to push that elbow up. Oh, good defense. Good defense. Now the crowd's awake.
Javier is as tough as they get.
You gotta be careful though.
But Caden's not gonna give up on that. No. He's got that body triangle. Now we're gonna be here for the last minute of the round.
Yep. Yeah, Tomas is gonna have to try to roll. There he goes. He's doing it. He's trying to roll that side, make that leg uncomfortable. Trying to make him switch up and get his way out. Oh, nice. Oh, hey, oh.
Well, I said
there we go. This is a fight, boys.
That's a very acute observation, Christopher.
That was Lance.
Lance,
I'm not sitting on that one.
What are you talking about? That was me. I don't know what's going on.
We're back at the fight.
That's my expert opinion on this.
You see how quickly I turn over. Excellent fight so far.
Oh, excellent headbutt there, but that's going to happen with these two Bulldogs. Hey, you know, if Sella doesn't correct me at least once a night, it's not a fight night.
Down to the final 10. And remind everybody, Unrivaled Realty making this fight possible tonight here
nice
in NFA16.
He's looking for Kimura and finishing, trying to loosen him up with a hammer fist. We're at the end. Good show of sportsmanship from both. They know they're in a fight.
Yes, and so does everybody else. Thanks to your
wonderful
commentary.
Here for my expert advice.
I want this crowd at the Armory to know they're here and there is a fight.
There is a fight.
That's right.
Everybody at home, we are watching a fight right now.
So guys, I think Caden walked away with that round pretty easily. And I would assume that he's going into this third round. He's going to I think he's going to look for a takedown right away.
Yeah, I agree. That's where his bread and butter's been. Standing up, I give Tomas the edge. You know, it's competitive, but Tomas definitely has the edge. But on the ground, it's been all Caden.
Red corner at this moment discussing how to enter more effectively. So Adam Sella's prediction might come true immediately. We'll see what
honestly,
happens.
if I'm in the corner with him too, I'm gonna be like, quit standing with the kid, take him down.
Well, that's the problem. Is Javier's got a good entrance to get that overhand right coming at you, and when that overhand right comes, that overhand left comes. So I think you avoid that. You just shoot in, take it down, and try to steal this fight because it's going to be hard to finish. Javier's obviously super tough.
He's tough. Yeah, he kind of comes in like a windmill. You just you don't know how to stop it.
Very effective windmill. Here we go. Final round.
Double jab.
Let's go, D. Watch the kicks, check the kicks, yes, sir.
Yeah, one thing about Tomas being kind of a counter striker is he's backing up, which makes it easier for a takedown. Oh, nice left.
If that didn't tell you right away, like let's just shut the door on that if you're the red corner.
Well, that's kind of it too. You know, saying Tomas looks like he's countering, he's going backwards, but when he decides to go forward, he comes in. Comes in very hard, and it's almost hard to stop. It almost catches Caden off guard.
So Caden looks like he's eyeballing that leg, knowing that it kind of hurt him already once.
If there is a weakness, you're right, that he's shown the leg.
But he's throwing that kick awfully slow. This is not where Caden wants to be.
Oh, head popping up there. Rock him, sock him. You hear Caden's corner the whole time yelling, shoot, shoot.
Javier says, not today.
He said no.
which is also his Spanish for no.
He had a nice flush knee there though in the, I think the sternum area, solar plexus.
We're here
So-
to educate folks.
So right here, Caden needs to get the forehead under the chin. Oh no! Javier gets on top. I wonder if Caden's exhausted at this point.
He's looking at. I mean, this has been a pretty good war for 3 rounds. I know that the smaller guys usually has cardio, but a war is a war.
Use your left hand, Javi.
If you're the judges and you went Tomas's way that first round,
This
the way
could-
this has started,
this
this
could,
could
yes.
completely go his way.
Yeah, and we've seen judges do some crazy things.
Bring him over here, Javi.
Yeah, I mean, it comes down to that first round at this point.
Or if Javier, he's got about a minute and 10 left. If he postures up and starts putting on a bit of a beating, it could be a 10-8 round.
Well, we also have those two that the judges confuse. There's some judges that's how you finish. I don't agree with that. It should be the whole fight, but there are a lot of judges that if you can finish strong, it can sway them.
Watch his leg. Get up, Javi.
What?
Get up. Get up.
Josh Stewart standing up from no action.
You agree with that?
I
Sal?
do not.
I don't either.
Same here.
I felt like he was doing enough.
I just don't think enough time had passed to really.
Oh! I'll be honest, I was excited to see if we were going to see a sweep or if he was going to finish strong. Back to their feet, though.
Yeah, we're not paid to make those decisions.
Those leg kicks suck.
Tomas just ate a flush one.
I mean, they're good from Caden, but they suck to take.
he went up that elevator quick.
What were the odds that he was going to land that kick tonight? What a kick.
There we go. That's it. Hey, they're saying, let's go. He said, let's go. Tomas said, let's go. Wow. Wow. What a finish.
Incredible.
That very well may be.
Great.
That could be a 10-8 round.
That could
They
be,
were-
absolutely. Especially at the end. I mean, Caden was running.
I would not give it a 10-8, but
You never know,
total
though. Yeah.
dominance, because there just really wasn't a close finish.
I agree. No.
But you never know.
But you never know. I like you put it out there, though. He said, I wouldn't agree with this, but there's a chance of.
It's NFA16, and if there's going to be a decision, it has to be like this. Razor thin, could go either way. Wildly entertaining.
So I said
here at the
earlier,
Armory.
when will we get our first decision? Well, here it is. I'm a prophet in multiple ways. Multiple ways.
We'll have the official decision here in just a moment. Real quick, want to thank Kind Goods for being the presenting sponsor tonight. They're here on site at the Armory. You can say hi to them, all the other great sponsors here tonight.
Oh.
And you know what?
Javi got some fans out of this.
We've got, maybe if they weren't fans at the beginning, maybe he converted a few too. I love it.
I mean, he definitely showed. He's got skill. I'd like to know how long he's been training. He didn't look like an 0-0 fighter.
No.
There we go, boys. Moment of truth.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. One judge scores this bout 29-28, Osak. One judge scores this bout 29-28, Tomas. And our third judge scores this bout 29-28. For your winner, by split decision, Caden
Guys, that was a split decision that we all kind of knew was coming.
Yeah.
We all knew it was kind of coming. And I believe Caden actually won the fight. Javi obviously won that third round pretty decisively. The first round, I think, was Caden. Second round was obviously Caden. Third round, Javi.
We did say there was a question mark of that first round.
You did. I did not.
Well, clearly.
No, it honestly it goes back to what you consider as a winning part of the round. Like, so, Javi won that first half. Caden won the second half. Let's just call it half.
That's
Javi landed more shots that look cool. I say look cooler.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Did more damaging blows. Except for Caden got the takedown, went for submissions. More of a finishing sequence, so it depends on how you really look at it.
And sometimes, like we talked about too, it might depend on the judge's background. If he's a striker, he probably saw it, Tomas.
100%.
You know, that's how it does. they're biased whether you mean to be or not.
Next fight, number 5 on the evening, is brought to you by Sub-Zero Wellness. It's Derek Davis versus Atticus Brunner. What do we have? Lance the Clue.
Well, this is the one that we've talked about. You know, Derek Davis has been wanting to fight Jake Kaiser. Kaiser decided to take this fight off, so his teammate said, "I'll fight him." Teammate got sick a couple days ago, almost had the pull, and Jake was going to step back in.
We got to acknowledge what's happening behind us real quick.
Yeah, there's a bunch of fans
Javier
going
Tomas
crazy.
has just jumped the gate, and he's meeting with his new fan club, old fan club, whatever it is. I love seeing that.
So, luckily Atticus was able to fight. So but it was an up and down for Derek. Derek does want to fight Jake Kaiser at some point, so he'll see if he can get past his teammate, and maybe that'll be the next matchup.
Absolutely.
All kinds of energy behind us. We'll throw it up in the cage to Mike.
Ladies and gentlemen, on now to our 5th bout, now making his way to the NFA cage, Atticus Brunner.
Like you guys said, Atticus Brunner coming out of Wise Warriors MMA under Ray Norris. We know that Ray has always had a tough staple of guys. Ray's a very good coach in his own right, so the gym is solid. And again, I say these kids are young. He's 23 years old. I guess I'm just too old at this point because I was 23 at one point as well. But the difference between myself and these guys, they're well-rounded. They've trained everywhere. They have better training partners. Not that I had bad ones, but everybody is just all around better. Essentially, it's like the robots and the technology has gotten better.
Yeah, we talk about that all the time. The amount of talent, a lot of these amateurs are better than a lot of the pros that fought when we fought. We say that all the time.
Without question. You'll see the smallest, wildest things if you go back and watch some of the big-time fights from 20, 25 years ago. It's stuff that people are doing in their first fights now.
And we mentioned, Wise Warriors, and we mentioned Steve Berger earlier. That is a lineage of his.
His opponent making his way to the NFA cage, Derek Davis.
So we got Derek Davis. He's out of Han. He walks around he's about 5'10". He considers himself a freestyle fighter. He's had a rough MMA career. He is 1-4. He feels like he's improved tremendously, and he wants to right that ship. And he's hoping that it'll start tonight. His key to victory is just to be persistent. Persistent. Coaches Kevin Hahn, Charles Kelly, Dave Greenlee. Obviously his teammates are Luke Winston, who we'll see later, and then Zach Binkins, who we just saw with a great finish earlier today. He just wants to have fun.
That's all we all want. 5th fight of the evening. Crowd is pumped. Everybody's having a good time at the Armory. This is our first time here. We can't thank them enough. Their production staff, all the hospitality staff doing a wonderful job. And you all are going to have to come out and join us at the next one if you're just watching at home. It's a hell of an experience live.
Yeah, and I have to say, guys, this has been a great night so far. We've had submissions, knockouts, a decision, and I think this one's going to lead up to the finish side of things.
Yeah, it's looking that way.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds and an NFA amateur catchweight at 175 pounds, brought to you tonight by Sub-Zero Wellness. And now, introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This freestyle fighter stands 6 foot tall, weighed in 174 pounds. Tonight, he's making his amateur debut, representing Wise Warriors MMA, fighting out of St. Louis, Missouri, Atticus Brunner. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, is a freestyle fighter standing 5'10", weighed in 175.7 pounds. He holds an amateur record 1-4, representing Hans MMA, fighting out of Festus, Missouri, Derek Vitamin D Davis. Your referee, Tim Francis.
Atticus has not stopped bouncing since he's been over there. He is ready to go.
He's excited. Like I said, he wanted this fight. Oh, there we go. Nice leg kick. Body lock. Now, Derek is moving up a weight class for this fight. And I think that does show a little bit.
Well, Atticus just a little bit more beefier, a little bit more muscle, it looks like, which, I mean, never really tells the whole story.
Oh, right on the chin.
I like that left hook out of Derek right there.
Yeah, that rocked Atticus
right
a bit.
hand.
Nice kicks, but Atticus needs to set those up, obviously.
So what I like here out of Derek is he's throwing punches into knees. He's working everything. I like that.
Well, he said he's made a lot of improvements. He wants to get that ship right. 1-4 is not a good start. And he has a good camp. He just has to put his mind to it.
Ooh, big left hook. That rocked here.
Yep. And
Our referee made a well, and that'll do it, folks.
Big finish. Big finish with the head kicks landing.
Wow.
Atticus Brunner, welcome to NFA.
Wow.
That definitely turned the tide quick.
I don't think he was out. I think he was literally just rocked.
Yeah.
And then the next kick came and just knocked him off his feet. Let's take another look at that, guys. Big right kick. Wham!
There it was.
He blocked a lot of it, but then the next one came and just kind of buckled him a little bit.
There was a shot before that sequence as well that just set him out.
Yeah, but Tim France is a great referee.
Yeah.
He knows the fighter's safety is the first and foremost
Well,
of
here's
most
the
important.
problem. It's almost like a guard pull, but he turns away. See how, even though he grabs his leg, he's turning away. And there's not many refs that's going to let an amateur turn away without
No
stopping
way.
that fight.
No, not a chance. Atticus Brunner, that's so exciting to come in like that and with head kicks to boot. We're going to get Sella up at the cage to talk to our winner. What a thrilling moment for Atticus Brunner to win by knockout and to land those head kicks just like he's been practicing. If he did any sort of karate, anything, that is a dream way to end your first fight.
Absolutely. I mean, he was getting beefed up a bit.
He looked like the more inexperienced fighter for
Yeah,
sure.
he was getting. Derek looked like a whole different fighter than he used to.
Sure.
He was showing his technique, but Atticus stayed tough. He made sure to not expose himself, and then when he saw the opportunity, he took it, and when he took it, he did not stop. You saw it. After that head kick, everything changed.
We'll get the official decision here in just a moment. You mentioned, too, just something else, the weight difference as well.
Yeah.
I think that came into play once those kicks started landing.
Absolutely. The power. There's probably more power there for sure.
And we're in the cage for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Tim Francis, calls a stop to this fight. 1 minute, 3 seconds into the very first round, declaring your winner by knockout, Atticus Brunner.
I'm here with your winner,
Another
Atticus
exciting
Brunner.
fight,
Atticus,
though. Another short one.
Big win. I see you're excited. How did it feel to land that massive head kick?
Dude, I don't even know what the fuck happened.
Well, what happened was you threw this leg on that side of his face, and then he fell. So it was great from where I was sitting right there. How do you feel after a big win like that?
There's just a little kid inside me that's really happy right now.
That's good. You should be happy. That was awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for your winner, Atticus Brunner.
He said a little kid inside him happy right now. I have to believe he's been training or doing something like this, looking for this his whole life, and here it is in front of all these people at the Armory.
And it does happen. You know, he said he doesn't know what happened in there, and that does happen. Sometimes you don't remember stuff because you're in the moment and you don't realize until you watch it back, and you're like, oh, I did do that.
Those moments in Sella, you mentioned it, that he had not stopped bouncing since he got in. Personally, I was nervous for him, thinking that energy is going to zap his power. The more experienced fighter was going to maybe be able to take advantage of that. But you know what? We've got a special with Karen Simoncelli backstage with one of our main event fighters.
Right, I am bringing you live here on stage, Jeremiah Scott, one of our pro fighters, main event contender for one of the 3 belts on the line tonight. Jeremiah, thank you for joining us here. I know it's getting close to that time that we're all waiting for this big matchup. So you are training not in home territory. I'm sorry, you are fighting not in home territory tonight. You are out of Carolina Kickboxing, the Next Element Academy in South Carolina, Myrtle Beach. how have your teammates, Clay Chestnut and Walker Vivian, prepared you for this night?
It's just another day in the office, man. We've been so busy. If you know anything I've done last year, man, 4 wins, 4 finishes, 3 KOs, and 1 sub, baby. We came here to do nothing less than that, baby. Let's get it.
Now, you are a finisher. You were talking to me earlier behind stage a little bit about your style, and you had called it controlled chaos. How do you see this controlled chaos playing out, knowing that your opponent has never been finished in a submission?
We're just gonna have to find out, man. Like he said, the crazy thing about MMA, man, you're gonna get in there and find out, and he's gonna find out real quick, baby.
So not only are you coming off 4 wins, okay, you had your first bare knuckle boxing championship fight in October. How has this changed the overall world of MMA for you?
That shit's gritty, man. I mean, little knuckles, man. Every punch cuts you open, a lot of blood. It's a lot different than this, man. Like fist fighting, actual fist fighting. That shit's crazy. Fighting in front of 4,000, 6,000 people, man. That's like real fighting right there, but MMA's the real deal, and that's what we're focused on tonight.
I agree. Do you want to give any shout outs before we get on with this show?
All my people back home, my people at Backyard, my family. If you're streaming at home, you know what I'm about, and you know what we're gonna do tonight. I love you guys. The Prophet's here, baby!
All right, thank you. Back to you.
We're back. It's Chris Denman, Lance DeClue, UFC veteran Adam Sella here at the commentary table, having a blast tonight live at the Armory in St. Louis, Missouri. It's NFA16. You know what? Our next fight is brought to you by Prime Health Centers. Can you tell me about Calvin Gilmore, Mr. Lance DeClue?
Yeah, he's another project out of Johans, so Flagrant Fight Systems. Very scrappy, decent hands, decently well-rounded. And he'll be taking on Logan Jones, who had some issues with his weight cut, so I'm curious to see if that hurts his cardio at all.
So,
Sella, what do you have about
I know
Logan
Logan on a very personal level. Logan, I've trained with him a handful of times. I've coached him a handful of times. But I've also hung out with the kid, right? He's very young. He loves this sport. And I've told him many times, move your weight up. He's a very big, strong, muscular kid. He has great cardio, so he has the gas tank to carry that muscle, right?
Right.
He used to do powerlifting. He's strong. He's one of the strongest kids that is like really small, that's super strong, right? So I don't think you want to lose the muscle and lose your size, but also when you have to cut weight and it starts to suck, it's not fun.
No.
You don't want to do that, so why not keep your weight up a little bit higher and just focus on the fight? Because at Eric's gym at ESMMA, Logan is getting better every single day. There's still a ton of room to work on, as is with everyone in this room. There's a ton of room and a ton of growth that needs to happen. But with Logan, I think he gets that weight dialed in at a higher weight at 145, and he focuses on the fight, and I think the sky's the limit.
I agree. His last so many weight cuts have been a struggle, so he might as well just test the waters up a little bit. I agree with you.
Logan Jones, Calvin Gilmore, brought to you by Prime Health Centers. We'll throw it to the cage.
Ladies and gentlemen, on out to our 6th bout of the evening. Now making his way to the NFA cage, Calvin Gilmore.
So here's Calvin Gilmore. Like I said, he's out of Flagrant Fight Systems. We know they're pretty decently well-rounded. Main coach is Johans Flager. Another Burger lineage. We're getting a lot of that tonight.
Yeah, and I like seeing that. I mean, a lot of times you get these gyms that kind of cycle through here and there. But I like seeing that we're getting, on one card, you're kind of seeing a bunch of the same gym.
Yes.
But the reason I like that, the reason I like diversity and stuff like that, but the reason I like that is you've got typically, let's say you've got 4 fighters. Mm-hmm. All those guys are training with each other. They're all gearing up for the same thing, because there's been a lot of times where I've been in the gym where I had a fight and someone else did not, and they did not show up.
Yeah.
I know, and I know it's hard to find. We all have real lives. We all have jobs, things like that, families. But when you all have a fight and you're all fighting together on the same time or roughly the same date, it kind of makes that camp go a little bit smoother.
Well, and to your point, the intensity is different. When you're just training to be training compared to a fight camp, there's a different intensity. If you got multiple people with that same intensity, it just makes you better. It gets you more prepared.
With No question. Big thanks to all of our partners, sponsors, the Taco King at The Real Taco King on Instagram. You see him running around getting all kinds of great coverage for tonight.
Yes, he's everywhere.
I love it. Logan Jones about to come in. You know Adam Sella knows him well. You're going to get the analysis that you deserve from Mr. Sella on Logan Jones tonight. It's gonna be a good one.
Absolutely.
Now making his way to the NFA cage, his opponent, Logan Jones.
So the first thing you see out of Logan Jones is he's coming out to the Hulk Hogan theme song with the Logan Mania shirts. If you guys know anything about my past, you've got Cellamania. And I made it very apparent that he ripped this off of me, which I ripped off of Hulk Hogan. And he's coming out to the theme song that I came out to out in Stockholm, Sweden, as I was the bad guy.
Yeah.
But what you'll see about Logan is he's short in stature, but he's very, very thick, very, very muscular, right? That is not beach muscle, guys. That is real muscle with real functional strength. And I said this earlier, Logan actually hits extremely hard, okay? He does have a little bit of a wrestling background. He's well-rounded. Needs to work on the jiu-jitsu a little bit, I will tell you that. If this fight's going to go a different direction, he's got to stay away from. If Logan wants to get the win, he's got to keep the fight either standing or just kind of keep it in a ground and pound, grindy type of fight. You don't want to get into a jiu-jitsu match because that is the only area that he starts to lack. But he excels everywhere else, so we got to play to his strengths.
I agree with you on that. However, I like to argue with, he claims he got the nickname from Jesse Martinelli, who had asked him if he had a fight name yet, and he said no. He said, you should be Hulk Hogan, and Eric took it and ran with it.
Oh, no. He might have taken the name, but I had it first.
Still suing, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in the NFA Amateur Bantamweight Division, brought to you tonight by Prime Health Centers. And now, introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This striker stands 5'7", weight in 135.6 pounds. He is 0-1 as an amateur, representing Flagger Fight Systems, fighting out of Belleville, Illinois, Calvin Killer Cow Gilmore. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, is a striking Viking, standing 5'7", weight in 139 pounds. Yields an amateur record, 2 wins, 1 defeats. Representing ESMMA, fighting out of Hillsboro, Missouri, Logan Hulk Hogan Jones. Your referee, Josh Stewart.
All right, guys, I'm excited for this one. This I have a personal vested interest. I'm just going to say it, Logan's my best friend.
No biased commentary here.
That's right.
No. Logan staying calm.
Yes.
Looking for that defense.
Calvin with the long, oh, nice. That's kind of behind the knee. Calvin with a little, keeping that arm out, squatting low. It's a little different.
He's keeping that hand long, which keeps Logan at a distance, right?
Right.
But if Logan can work his way in and get a nice overhand, just to close that gap, then we're having a good night for Logan.
Both men hitting with their toes, though. They're not going to like that for later.
Nope.
Oh, question mark kick. Well attempt. Oh, nice. Ooh, a little slip there.
Slipped,
yeah, he slipped on that shot.
But here's where you have to just adjust.
Yeah, he didn't give up on it. That shows his rest. Oh, he got clipped. That was right on the chin with the right straight.
Logan's got to get his bearings back right now.
Yeah, it's got to be quick. I don't know if I agree with Calvin. Ooh, kind of letting back on that.
Good body kick out of Calvin right there. Calvin's doing a really good job of keeping that distance and keeping this fight at his range. Ooh, Logan with a nice left hook.
Yeah, that was a good land.
Can't get desperate with those takedowns, though.
You can tell Calvin is worried about the takedowns. Just the stance and the fact he didn't rush in when he clipped him. Clipped him again. Logan needs to get those hands up.
I think keep those hands up and you counter. But Calvin's doing a great job of picking his shots where he wants to attack. Nice left hook out of Logan.
Yeah, Calvin's being very patient, too.
Jones the red short.
Just missed with that hook.
I'd like to see Logan start working a jab in there, and he does have a. I say this because I've trained with the kid. He's got a good lead leg inside kick, good lead leg kick. It's quick, it's fast, it's hard, and it works. You just got to throw it.
Logan,
nice left hook.
My problem here right now is Logan keeps getting Calvin's back on the cage, but he's not doing anything with it. He's had him trapped a couple times. He's not pulling the trigger.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to stay calm, stay patient, and wait for something to really open up.
You're right. You good? No.
What Calvin's doing is he's throwing that jab and he leaves his chin up kind of high.
He does, yes.
Logan's got to check those kicks.
If Logan can connect with the power you talked about.
Logan's got great power. He's a great athlete. And right here, this is where you're talking. He needs to kind of close that gap.
Yes, he needs to either take his shot or set up a shot. He needs to get him there. Because obviously Calvin's his countering's been really well. He's pretty elusive. But you can't be that elusive when your back's on the cage.
No, but then you're like fighting like a rat in a box. You know what I mean? It just wants to fight out. So I think first round goes to Calvin there.
Agreed.
Logan had lots of moments, right? He stayed very calm, very patient. I would like to see him pick up that pace right now. Try to close that gap a little bit, right? Do some feints, right? You don't got to commit to everything. Throw a feint, see what he bites on. Hypothetically, if he were to throw a jab or a feint in a right hand, and if Calvin flinches, follow it right away with that same thing.
Agreed, because the few times that Logan did unload, he just missed.
Yes.
He just missed.
And Calvin's doing a great job of, he's almost posting that lead arm out there, and then he'll post it out, throw a jab, post it, throw a jab. Yeah. He needs to get his chin down. When he's throwing that jab, his chin's coming up.
Sure.
Or when he throws that straight right, his chin's coming up.
He's relying on his speed to dodge those punches with his chin up, but as we know, as the fight goes, you lose speed.
Yeah, and it's working right now, though.
Jones vs. Gilmore brought to you by Prime Health Centers. NFA16 presented by Kind Goods, live at the Armory, Midtown, St. Louis.
Touch of the gloves here.
There we go. Back to that stance. Yeah, I don't think... Oh, there we go. Calvin's almost punching up, too. I just realized he's getting so low that he's punching up.
Lowe's got to set that up more.
But by punching up, though, he is taking away the takedown. There's not much space to get in there.
You can see Logan is actually feinting a little bit.
He is, yes.
I guess that was maybe in the corner. Yeah. Ooh, low blow right there.
Yeah, that looked... In the corner, so the ref didn't see it. Keep going. It was close.
I think it might have hit the leg and slid up.
That's what I'm thinking. I was going to say, it looked like it connected the leg first.
Nice leg kick out of Logan.
Big kick.
He needs to jump. Logan needs to double jab his way in to close that distance. That's what we're talking about. He's just missing his punches a little bit. And Calvin, I think Calvin's fighting a great fight right now.
I agree.
Ooh, big right hand
Great
lands.
game plan.
Ooh, right hand hits the shoulder.
I think it would have hurt the thumb. Yeah, I think he came in with a great game plan, and he's executing it perfectly. He just has to keep doing it and not make mistakes.
Both these guys are actually not fighting. They're not fighting bad. Logan sees an opening, tries to take it, just misses by an inch.
Yeah, Calvin's he's doing his game plan. Like you said, Logan's just missing. If he can make those just a slight adjustment, he's in there.
Nice left hook out of Logan. Follow that with a right hand.
Yeah, right there. That's what I'm talking about. Right there, he needs to make his move. He clipped him, and then he got him on the cage. He needs to go now. Actually, I hear Eric's over there yelling for him to go, too.
He's picking up the pace, though. But what Calvin needs to do is start moving. He's just starting to stand there. You can't just stand there.
That's where it's at what point do you start slowing down? Oh, nice combo.
That leg is there. He hits it. Calvin standing straight up on it.
Yeah, you can only shake off leg kicks so long.
No, they hurt. Yeah. They suck. And you can see Logan's leg showing that wear and tear from a few of those kicks that first round.
Almost blocked that into a low blow. Nice jab. Oh, nice. Kind of like a hammer. It's like a straight right with a hammer.
See, right here is a great time for either guy to, I was going to say, shoot in for a takedown because you're getting in this stand-up war where you think that's all you're doing.
Unfortunately, he's only got 15 seconds. He's going to have to really push to get this.
Now, if he can finish this takedown, we'll see if the judges appreciate that.
That's what I was going to say. I don't think he did enough to get.
I don't think he took that round. I don't think Logan took that round.
There was a bit of a tide shift.
Again, Calvin is starting to look a little bit tired. He's not breathing heavy, but his movement is showing him a little tired. But he is fighting a great fight.
Great fight.
His game plan, his strategy is there. He's still picking those shots. Logan's got to find a way to get in, and he's got to get the finish at this point, in my opinion.
Agreed. Yeah, but now's the time because, like you said, Calvin looks like he's slowing down a bit. Now's the time that Logan needs to take some risks.
Well, we'll see it. If the goal is to stay the hell off the ground, he's done it so far. And if you're Jones's corner, are you coaching him to get him up close to the cage, get it dirty, get down for that takedown opportunity to get the finish? It doesn't look like Logan's going to try and put him out on the feet.
I think it's going to be quite the opposite, Chris. I think you got to get in and just try to get that knockout. Put him on the cage, keep him shots at the end of your punch, and look for to drop him and overwhelm him.
Make it dirty. Make a dirty fight.
Big smiles as we start the final round of the fight.
Yeah, that's their plan. You hear Yo yelling, touch and go, touch and go.
Well, at this point, you do play the game, right?
Yeah.
Logan, you've rocked him, but you haven't really rocked him since that first round.
Right. Ooh! Right on cue. You're going for the finish. Gotta watch that tank, though. You don't want to burn yourself out. You still got a lot of round left.
Logan's got good defense right now.
Oh.
I
can't tell if that's under.
Yeah, but he's still got. It's only one arm in. This is not looking good.
Nope, he's flattened.
Logan's fighting up. We see Calvin having a good time.
Yeah, he's being smarter too. He's starting to pick his shots instead of just unloading. Because if he doesn't finish them, there's a long round.
Yeah, Josh Stewart right on top of the action here.
Trying to flatten him out, but like you said, Logan's so strong, that might be a little difficult.
Yeah, Logan's strong. It's going to be hard to flatten him out. But at this point now, Logan's working against the clock. He's got about about a half a round to try to switch his position right here. You got to peel that leg off, and hopefully he slides off your left side.
He's got him. If he can just grab that leg. I say Calvin's about to fall off. Oh, good knees. Good knees. There you go. Now if Logan can drive and pull it out.
He's got a little over a minute to work with.
I can't tell if that's sweat or blood on the mat.
What?
Right here, he's got a guillotine lock, but it's not proper.
It's not the best position, yeah.
No, and Logan's like stepping right over. If Logan can peel that hand off, he's got to go for a finish right here with just under a minute left.
Logan takes that shoulder and grinds him across the cage. He'll probably let go.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
But right here, he's just holding him.
Gilmore's going to be so strong.
He might. I was like, Calvin. Gilmore might sweep him by going up the cage there. He's got everything tied up but one arm. He's trying. Now he's out. Logan's in a good position now.
He's out, but we got just 30
losing
seconds
the fight. I was
left.
gonna say he's losing the fight though. Calvin has fought almost a perfect fight. Very good game plan to come in here.
See right here, I like the.
Logan needs to go. Logan needs to pull that. He needs to go.
This is where I wish he knew that Von Flue choke because he has it all day long.
Yes, baby!
Looks like we're going to go to the decision, guys.
Another well-rounded matchup for the NFA card tonight here at NFA16 at the Armory in St. Louis. We'll need to clean up after that one. There was quite a bit of blood over there.
I was gonna say, yeah, it looked like Logan was bleeding pretty bad. Yeah. Going off the faces, Calvin won. But I had Calvin all 3 rounds.
Without question. Looked like if it was going to go maybe another round or 2, maybe Logan was going to maybe have more of a chance, but tough fight for Logan Jones. Congratulations to Gilmore, I'm assuming.
Gilmore gets his W. Well, yeah, we're assuming. You're right. We're assuming. You're right. I would be very upset if this one didn't go. And that's nothing against Logan, obviously. We love Logan, but that wouldn't be fair at all. I don't see how he would get it.
Especially amateur fights, this is what it's all about. You get to showcase what you work hard on, you get to game plan some, and you get to learn. These guys will both take away a lot from this fight.
Yeah, no, that was a war, guys. Logan landed some good shots. Calvin landed some good shots. That's one of those fights you don't hang your head on.
No. A lot of lessons to be learned there for actually both men.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards, and all 3 judges scored this bout 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision, Calvin Killer Cal Gilmore.
Just as we thought. Gilmore gets his W.
Excellent matchup. I think we'll see even more of that throughout the night, as that was our 6th fight of the evening. Halfway there, boys. Next up for Fight 7, it's obviously brought to you by HK USA, don't you know? Troy Harvey Valiant versus Laker Miter. Can you tell us anything about this matchup that you put together, Lance DeClue?
This one kind of actually almost made itself. Lake reached out. He wanted to get on our card. Troy, Karen, our own Karen, coaches Troy, and asked if we could find him a fight. And so kind of put it together. Sorry, there's not a whole lot of story on this one. Kind of put itself together.
This is just classic matchmaking.
Yeah.
It's fine. If someone says they want to fight, you find someone that's even skill level, even experience, even weight, even age, all that stuff.
Yeah, I know. I've had story for almost every fight. This one I don't. So,
yeah, and you don't need a story every time, guys. This one's just a fight.
Let's throw it to the cage to get this fight started.
Ladies and gentlemen, we switch it up to amateur K1 kickboxing. Now making his way to the NFA cage, Lake Miter.
Talk about high action, our first kickboxing match of the evening, Mr. DeClue.
First and only.
Yeah, and Lake,
first and only one.
Lake comes out of Kansas City, guys. He made the drive to come down here, and he says he wants to make the most out of his physique that he can and take his career as far as he can. And he believes that his way that he's going to win is his aggression. And when someone tells me my aggression is going to win the fight, I honestly expect you to come out guns blazing from start to finish, but you never know. We'll have to see what happens.
Well, this is going to be one of those matchups. You got 0-0, 2-2, so the winner is going to get their record on the right side of the river.
Can appreciate that. Coming out of Kansas City, all kinds of great fighters in the city, across the state from us here in St. Louis. Adam Sell, did you ever fight in Kansas City as an amateur or pro?
Yes, I did. There was one time I fought in Kansas City 2 times in 1 month. That same month I fought 2 times in St. Louis. 4 times. It was every weekend I was doing something, but that was a little bit of a different time than we're in now, right? But yeah, no, I fought in Kansas City, probably 20 times, maybe?
Probably, yeah. So you were out there a few times.
Yeah.
I know for sure. I seen you a couple times, so I know for sure you were out there.
And you didn't ask for a photo. Are you really a fan?
No.
His opponent now making his way to the NFA cage, Troy Harvey Valiant.
Sorry, Adam. I don't fanboy. I do think you're an amazing fighter, but I don't fanboy.
It's okay. There's no reason to fanboy with me, I promise.
So we got Troy Harvey Valiant coming out here from the boxing gym, as we talked about earlier. Trains with Oscar. Like I said, Karen's part of that gym.
So I've gotten to train with Oscar for probably, I don't know, let's just say the past 10 years before on and off. Oscar's good.
It's like a Mack truck, I know that.
Well, Oscar is super short for his weight, so he has the style to get in. What's crazy though is is Troy here is what, probably 6'2", 6'1"?
Yeah, he's tall. Yeah.
He's pretty tall. So I wonder if he's going to fight like a long-rangey fighter, if he's going to come out there and fight like he's got to get it on the inside.
He claims he's only 6 foot. But he looks taller than that.
Next to Oscar, he looks 6'12".
Right.
The poet, Adam Sella, on the call tonight.
Well, he trains with Alan Molina too, who we've seen we've seen him fight a couple times. He's pretty scrappy himself.
Absolutely. We'll have a good one for the crowd here tonight. And on those of you watching on pay-per-view at home, we appreciate you tuning in to NFA16 at the Armory, presented by Kind Goods. Let's throw it to the cage.
Fight fans, this contest is scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds in the amateur K1 kickboxing lightweight division. Brought to you tonight by HKA USA, the official glove of Nemesis Fighting. Check them out on all social media outlets. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This Muay Thai style fighter stands 5'9", weighed in 156 pounds. He holds an amateur kickboxing record 0-0. This is his debut. Representing Dancing Bear Martial Arts, fighting out of Kansas City, Missouri, Lake Mider. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, is the amateur kickboxer American style, standing 6 foot tall, weighed in 155.2 pounds. He has an amateur kickboxing record, 2 wins, 2 defeats. Representing the boxing gym, fighting out of St. Louis, Missouri, Troy Harvey Valiant. Your referee, Tim Francis.
I think this is going to be one of those taller versus shorter guys. And what it should be is what we should see is Troy trying to keep his distance, keep his range with punches and kicks, while Lake wants to get in and close that gap, try to beat up that body a little bit.
Yeah, Lake's got, Mider's moving his head pretty well. I don't know if I like to lean back.
Oh!
Oh, yeah,
that
connected.
right hand.
What I liked about Valiant there was he went to unload, and then when Mider started throwing back, he realized, no, I don't need to do this, and he took a step back and went back to his pace. Sometimes you get caught in that phone booth gunfight, and you get clipped yourself.
Yeah.
Quick pace to start the fight. Valiant in the green, Mider in the white.
Yeah, well, these kickboxing rounds are a little bit shorter, so you definitely want to push the pace a little bit more.
Yeah, I don't like how Mider leans back, because that's going, especially on a tall guy, he's going to get you still. Those lean backs don't work as well.
Well, Troy's looking for that head kick again. He's setting it up, I can tell. See, he throws those low kicks, and if you watch, Lake, his left hand dropped down to try to catch the kick. That's terrible.
Yeah, one time Troy's going to look down. He's going to go to drop that hand. He's going to get hit in the head.
Or they got that old Brazilian question mark kick.
Yeah. I like that. I like the counter.
There's that left high kick.
He's throwing decent body kick. I don't know if he's setting it up.
Just 10 seconds, guys.
Oh, good inside leg kick. Good check.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
Do it for the first round. Looked like we had a little bit of a confident smirk washing across Mr. Mider's face as the fight went on.
Yeah, he kind of rallied back a bit. He struggled a little bit early on, trying to find what he needed to do. Again, like we said, Troy's tall.
He is, and he is such an advantage. You saw with some of those punches that were connecting, he was kind of picking his shots, and Sella made such a good point, because I don't know if Mider knows it, but I think everyone else in the building knows it. He's looking for that head kick.
Yeah, well, if you watch, this is what I would be looking for. He throws that right leg low, and if Mider keeps reaching his hand down, you're opening up a shot right to the face.
Well, Mr. Sella made a career out of this. So.
I did at one point.
He's a jits guy now, but he wasn't always.
Now I'm just a dad,
Yeah.
which is way cooler than all this.
I do want to officially announce Adam Sella available for autographs for 2 hours after
I
the
will
show.
pay you $3 per signing. Ooh.
Oh, nice combo.
Both guys coming back confident. I'm sure both their corners that they've got.
Sounds like Miter's corner's wanting Tim to charge in on those kicks. He wants him to step in.
Well, I guess that aggression is what needs to come out a little bit. But as you can see, Troy, I think if Miter throws 2 shots, Troy's going to try to counter with 3.
Agreed.
Just to kind of play that points game, right?
Right. No, he needs to be more planted if he's not there, though. There we go.
See, I like that catching the kick, but I don't know what, I don't know the if we have the rule base where you can catch it and then kick that leg out.
Yeah, that seems to be where he's had the most success, is countering that leg grab and then throwing another kick, but he hasn't swept him. He just seems to be landing on the meaty part of the leg.
A bit of an attempt at that.
Yes, that's what I like to see.
Oh, nice body shot.
Ooh.
Yeah, his corners want him to just keep moving. Nice exchange there.
Whoever the coach behind us is really into this fight.
That coach is just to sit 5 rows behind the cage.
Yeah, it's a plant. These guys pay. The pace hasn't slowed, but the intensity has slowed. Oh!
He got his hand up. Yeah, he just got his hand up in time. I do feel like Miter's confidence is getting better as the fight goes.
It is too.
Nice footwork out of Troy.
If you're Harvey Valiant's corner, are you a little bit disappointed in the game plan that's being executed?
I'm not. I don't know, but I would assume he's probably not a real big power puncher, right?
Yeah.
So he's going to have to try to just kind of get the points on this, you know what I mean? Plus, we know that Lake Miter is extremely tough. He's taken some good shots and he hasn't budged. Just stays right in your face.
Owning the moment.
So at that point, you have to play the game and you have to pick your shots and just try to outpoint him.
Yeah, I'm with Adam. The reason why I don't think you're upset is Troy's fighting a good game, and you don't want to diminish his opponent's ability by saying he should be doing better.
Absolutely.
You just don't know. It's a fight.
It is. I love the intensity Miter's bringing. I love the skill set being traded back and forth. It's going to be a great final round in our first and only kickboxing match of the evening.
Yeah, Miter's excited.